Jeff Lynne is a musician, songwriter, and producer whose work has influenced generations of artists. Known as the driving force behind the Electric Light Orchestra, or ELO, he created some of the most memorable sounds in rock music history. But to understand Jeff Lynne's genius, you have to look closely at his relationship with the guitar. Lynne is a guitarist himself, and his deep understanding of the instrument shaped the music he produced for his band and for other legendary artists. Over the years, he worked with some of the most influential names in music, including George Harrison, Roy Orbison, Tom Petty, and Bob Dylan, through the Traveling Wilburys. These experiences gave him a unique perspective on what makes a guitarist truly great. Unlike many lists that focus on flashy solos or technical skill alone, Lynne's list of favorite guitarists emphasizes musical intelligence, melody, tone, and the ability to serve the song. His choices show that he values the subtle qualities of guitar playing, such as phrasing, timing, and creativity, over mere speed or complexity. Music is not just about playing the most notes in the shortest time. It's about creating sounds that move listeners, support the song, and add depth to the recording. This philosophy is central to understanding why Lynne admires the 10 guitarists he named. The first guitarist on his list, Duane Eddy, revolutionized instrumental rock with a twangy, echo-heavy style. Hits like Rebel Rouser and Peter Gunn showed that a guitarist could create drama and excitement with just a few notes played in the right way. Eddy often played on the lower strings of his Gretsch guitar, producing a dark and mysterious tone that became instantly recognizable. Jeff Lynne admired this approach because it focused on atmosphere and mood, rather than showing off technical skill. Eddy's work influenced countless musicians and producers, demonstrating that great tone and creativity could make a lasting impression without complex solos. Lynne also pointed to Eddy's use of tremolo and reverb as lessons in production, showing how guitar sound can shape an entire recording. Another artist Lynne admired deeply was Hank Marvin, the lead guitarist for The Shadows. Before the Beatles rose to international fame, The Shadows dominated British instrumental rock, and Marvin's clean, precise playing influenced an entire generation of guitarists. His red Fender Stratocaster became a symbol of the British guitar sound. Lynne grew up listening to Marvin and internalizing his melodic approach to lead guitar. Songs like Apache and Wonderful Land demonstrated perfect technique, crystal clear tone, and a sense of phrasing that made each note expressive. Marvin's classical music training helped him combine structure with energy, teaching Lynne that a guitarist could think in terms of composition as well as performance. For Lynne, Marvin exemplified the balance between technical skill and musical intelligence. Another guitarist on the list, Chet Atkins, was a master of fingerstyle guitar and created what became known as the Nashville sound. Atkins could play bass lines, chords, and melody simultaneously, giving the impression of multiple instruments on a single guitar. Jeff Lynne admired his precision, versatility, and harmonic knowledge. Atkins could play country, jazz, and classical music equally well, demonstrating that mastery comes from understanding music as a whole. His warm, clear tone became a standard for country guitarists, and his willingness to mentor other musicians impressed Lynne. By studying Atkins' recordings, Lynne learned that technical perfection must always serve musical taste. Atkins' approach showed that guitar playing could be both virtuosic and tasteful, inspiring musicians across genres. James Burton, another favorite, was known as the most requested session guitarist of his era. He worked with artists like Elvis Presley and Ricky Nelson, bringing an unmatched professionalism to every recording session. Burton's Telecaster technique combined the precision of country chicken picking with the energy of rock and roll, producing an instantly recognizable tone and phrasing. Lynne admired how Burton served the song, never letting ego interfere with musical expression. He could play blazing solos or subtle rhythm parts with equal mastery, teaching Lynne that a guitarist's role is to enhance the song rather than dominate it. These early examples on the list show a clear pattern in Lynne's thinking. Melody, tone, atmosphere, and musical intelligence matter far more than speed or technical flashiness. As we move further down Jeff Lynne's list, the guitarists become increasingly known for innovation and originality, demonstrating how creativity and experimentation shape the instrument's evolution. Brian May, the guitarist for Queen, built his own guitar, the Red Special, and developed one of rock's most distinctive sounds. May's layered recording techniques created massive orchestral tones that became instantly recognizable. His solos, such as the one in Bohemian Rhapsody, gradually build from delicate picking to explosive power, demonstrating both technical skill and thoughtful composition. Lynne admired how May treated the guitar like an orchestra, showing that the instrument could produce textures and harmonies beyond traditional lead and rhythm roles. May's innovation, combined with his dedication to originality, exemplified the qualities Lynne values: creativity, technical ability, and the desire to serve the music above all else. Roy Orbison, often celebrated for his incredible voice, was also a guitarist whose work impressed Lynne deeply. On his early hits, Orbison played all the guitar parts himself, displaying sophisticated rhythm work and melodic solos that complemented his singing perfectly. Lynne noted that Orbison never overplayed. Every note had a purpose. He arranged entire songs in his head, blending guitar, vocals, and production seamlessly. Jeff Lynne learned from Orbison that restraint and intelligence in guitar playing can be just as powerful as technical brilliance. George Harrison, another close collaborator and friend of Lynne, brought a spiritual approach to guitar. Harrison treated the instrument as a means of expression, where every note carried intention and emotion. Working with Harrison in recording sessions, Lynne saw firsthand how thoughtful playing could create moments of profound musical beauty. Harrison's slide guitar work introduced new vocabulary to rock music, and his sense of timing and taste left a lasting impression on Lynne. According to Jeff, Harrison had the purest musical heart, teaching that guitar mastery is as much about intention and feeling as it is about technique. Chuck Berry, often called the father of rock and roll guitar, is next on the list. Berry developed the language of rock guitar, inventing riffs, techniques, and rhythms that became the foundation for all subsequent rock music. From Johnny B. Good to Roll Over Beethoven, his double-string bending and rhythm playing defined the genre. Lynne studied Berry obsessively, understanding that his genius lay in creating a complete musical package. Songwriting, lead guitar, rhythm, and performance combined. Berry's stage presence and showmanship also set a standard for connecting with audiences visually as well as musically. Jeff Lynne credits Berry with laying the groundwork for all guitarists who followed, demonstrating how innovation and completeness create lasting influence. Jimi Hendrix, a name synonymous with electric guitar revolution, is another favorite of Lynne. In just a few years, Hendrix redefined what the guitar could do. He explored feedback, distortion, and effects as tools for composition, blending blues, psychedelic experimentation, and technical mastery. Performances at Monterey and Woodstock showed the instrument as a theatrical and transcendent medium. Hendrix's creativity went beyond playing fast or flashy solos. He used the guitar to express ideas, emotions, and soundscapes that had never been heard before. Lynne admired his originality and the way Hendrix expanded the boundaries of musical imagination. Finally, Buddy Holly, who comes at number 1 on Lynne's list, represents the blueprint for modern rock bands. In less than 2 years of recording, Holly demonstrated how songwriting, guitar playing, and production could combine into a complete musical vision. His rhythm work on songs like Peggy Sue and That'll Be the Day drove the music while supporting the vocals perfectly. Holly's use of the Fender Stratocaster, double tracking, and thoughtful arrangements influenced the Beatles and countless musicians after him. Lynne credits Holly as the artist who shaped his approach to guitar and production, demonstrating that complete musicianship, writing, singing, playing, and producing, is the foundation of enduring influence. Jeff Lynne's list of favorite guitarists is more than just a ranking. It's a lesson in musical philosophy. Every guitarist he admires shares a commitment to melody, taste, and serving the song. They demonstrate that technical skill alone is not enough to create memorable music. Intelligence, creativity, and emotional expression are just as essential. Duane Eddy showed that minimalism and tone can create lasting impact. Hank Marvin proved that clarity, phrasing, and structure make lead guitar accessible and expressive. Chet Atkins illustrated that versatility, harmonic knowledge, and precision elevate guitar playing across genres. James Burton exemplified professionalism, restraint, and the art of supporting the song. Brian May demonstrated that originality, innovation, and orchestral thinking transform the guitar into a multifaceted instrument. Roy Orbison highlighted that melody and subtlety can be as powerful as speed and technical display. George Harrison showed that musical intention and spiritual expression can make each note meaningful. Chuck Berry invented the language of rock guitar, combining showmanship, composition, and technical ability into a complete form. Jimi Hendrix expanded the boundaries of the instrument, using creativity and experimentation to redefine what electric guitar could be. And Buddy Holly taught that complete musicianship, vision, and dedication are the foundation of enduring influence. By studying these guitarists, Lynne learned that guitar playing is not about ego or showing off. It is about creating music that moves people, enhances songs, and stands the test of time. His list emphasizes qualities that every musician can aspire to: listening to the song, thinking creatively, respecting musical history, and using technique to serve artistry rather than self-expression alone. For fans and aspiring guitarists, this list is a roadmap, demonstrating that influence comes from innovation, intelligence, and emotional expression as much as from speed or complexity. Jeff Lynne's choices also highlight the interconnectedness of music history. Many of these guitarists influenced one another, and their contributions built the foundation for the sounds Lynne himself created. From instrumental pioneers to rock innovators, each artist contributed something essential to the evolution of guitar music. Listening to their recordings provides lessons not only in technique, but in musical taste, arrangement, and production.